Start recording because who cares? Because we got to figure shit out anyway.
I agree, dog. Let's do it. We're live. Let me know.
Let's
the people know.
go. We ready? We're recording?
Of course.
Yeah. You know, it's always funny when you start something and then your only audience is like your family and friends.
Your auntie's like, yo, you famous. Like, come on, auntie. Keep it together. Keep it together.
I just got the equipment, auntie. Like, I only got 2 viewers.
and yeah, one was you and the other one was my mom. Auntie, let's go.
Let's go. Appreciate it. Whoa. Welcome to Bridgin the Gap. It's our podcast.
It is.
That we started.
Well, I know
5 years ago.
I know your auntie knows your name, but in case we happen to have someone that doesn't know who you are, let the people know who you are, yeah?
I'm Jay.
So I'm Leo. Sometimes they call me official DJ Leo. Check me out on Instagram, on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. By the way, this is explicit, so
I don't call you Leo. I call you Leonard.
Oh shit! Don't throw my government name out there, dog. Don't be throwing my government name out there, dog.
What else could be Leo? What else could Leo be short for?
Leonardo.
It's the same shit.
It's not because the O. It's a big deal.
No,
call me Leonardo.
like,
we're gonna have a problem.
It's like if your name was Robert, but if I'm Hispanic, I'd call you Roberto.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Bro,
that's not the same.
It's the same thing. It's
not
the same thing. It's your
not.
name and just in Spanish, bro.
Okay, but it's not the same.
But it's your name in Spanish.
Okay, Jesus.
You see, exactly. That's what I'm saying. My name is Spanish.
We're about to put you in the cross. All right, relax.
Oh,
shit. Pause.
Oh shit, Gaza, Palestine.
Oh damn. Whoa, where we going there? Where we going?
I don't know.
Look at already getting applause. What's going on?
Welcome to our podcast. As you can tell, I don't have a boom arm. You know what that is, right?
I don't know. I think I told someone to bring one, and maybe they forgot. It may be the person that's holding the mic.
It may be me. This may be entirely my fault.
At least he admits it, which I appreciate that.
This may be entirely my fault, but I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a lot more because I could just wherever my mouth goes.
Pause.
Whoa.
We started
wherever my mouth goes, the mic goes.
Whoa. Damn.
That was crazy. What do you want to talk about?
Tell me about your personal story. What's going on? No?
I guess we have a podcast now.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, y'all, and I want your feedback because I was having a discussion yesterday with my wife, and we started.
Sorry.
Oh, damn. See that? I like that because that's where we're going. We started talking about mental health and mental.
Gayer.
What? The audience loving that. Anyways.
Go ahead.
Nah, man. And we were talking about, she asked me, yo, why do men not seek help as often as women? And before I give you my opinion on it and what I feel like, I want to get your feedback. Like, do you think men should seek out help from a professional to talk about?
A professional.
And I'm not talking about a happy ending or something like that.
Well, it depends because every man has gone through different things, I feel. And depending on the circumstances and the scenarios and just the situations in life that you come across, sometimes I feel like you need that. Other times, just a good support system around you is good enough. But sometimes you go through really traumatic shit, especially as a little boy, and then you grow to be a man, and you never really deal with that shit. You never really taught to deal with that shit. So all that shit builds up and comes out later in life in a negative form or fashion. That's how I feel.
All right, so you're telling me, you don't want to be a toxic male?
Sometimes. I mean, depends how you define toxic masculinity. I mean, there's some things like some people think working out is toxic masculinity. I feel like that's just like health, you know?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I mean, I guess it all in the.
What do you mean by toxic masculinity? Like that?
Your guy,
like man up shit. Like
yeah. Like men don't cry, men don't talk about their feelings. And man, you know, like, let me tell you something. I'm actually a big proponent of speaking to somebody who's a professional. I've done it. I'm gonna admit it out here. The world, you just heard it. I've spoken to
Whoa,
professionals.
whoa, whoa! Can I interject with a story?
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay,
Can
let's
I
go.
interject
Yeah.
with a
Okay.
story?
Go ahead.
Ooh, I'm gonna interject with a story. It's so funny that you bring this up because me and wifey,
Oh,
we were cleaning up we were cleaning up my closet.
damn.
So we were doing a deep clean, right?
And what do we find?
I found a card, a therapy card for you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, just so we fill the audience in, Leo's my brother-in-law. We used to all live together.
Yeah.
Where at some point the room I'm in used to be Leo's and my sister's. Long story. And so, like, I guess the closet hadn't been deep clean like that because we took everything out
Yeah.
and like just scrubbed the walls, everything. So I found it. I was like, that's so crazy. That just made it through all this time. And it's funny that we come full circle just to talk about that.
There you go. See, man, and that right there, I don't lie. I told you
He has gone.
I have gone. I feel like sometimes getting an advice from a person that has nothing to gain from anything you're saying, because unfortunately, I feel like anybody you talk to, whether it's a friend, they're basically giving you their advice based on their own experience. And I think a professional takes away their own experience and just listens and goes based on the professional advice. And it's always good, man. You sit there, you talk for an hour, you talk about whatever, you know, you have in your heart, and then you go about your business, and, you know, and that's it, man. It's a good 45 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it is. They charge you for the hour anyways, you know, because that's how they do. But it's great, man.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, man, and you are feeling some type of way, man, reach help, yo. Like, sometimes that doesn't make you less of a man. Period. Damn, but why do we start with such a downer,
Yeah,
man?
bro. It's like in real time. It's a Saturday morning, bro. But no, I think it's a good important subject just to start on because like it's something that happened recently, and you know, like moment of vulnerability here, bro. I've cried on my significant other's shoulders, not just like I'm saying like my actual relationship.
And not after sex, right?
During.
Oh shit! Damn. Whoa. It's deep.
The trauma hits me right when when I'm about to bust.
All the liquids come out every which way.
Diarrhea.
Oh, whoa!
I cry.
Damn. It gets messy.
It's way.
No wonder he was deep cleaning the closet.
Yeah, bro, it got all up in there. But yeah, I've had moments of vulnerability where I express things to her that like really break me down, and like that I react a certain way, and then I realize in real time why certain things from the past affected me that way. You know, like reactions that happen in real time make me realize what in the past made me react that way, whether it's parental issues, whether it's like dealing in social standards, growing up with other kids, just like trying to survive on my own, because people don't understand. Like they said, like I grew up with my siblings, but at the same time I didn't, because they're 10 years apart from me. So they had each other. I really had to kind of figure myself out and navigate through things. Like, yeah, I have, Kev, Aunt, but when I went to school, it was by myself. When I hung out with friends, it was by myself. It wasn't me and my brothers and a group of friends. I just had to roam. I was a 9-year-old kid roaming the streets of Jersey by myself. So,
yeah, man.
Shit happens, bro.
And let me tell you something. You just actually, funny enough, you just touched up a little bit on the next topic that, whoa, don't tip. Okay. Anyways, on the topic I actually wanted to move forward with, which is a great segue. I like that. You talked about communicating with your girl about your feelings and Recently, if you don't follow me on social media, do. I'm a great follow. I'm always posting funny memes and funny stuff and posting my music because I am a DJ, just in case you didn't know.
DJ Leo, right?
Official DJ Leo.
Official DJ Leo.
So I recently posted something about should men open up to women? And
hold on, let me say something.
All right.
My bad. Because on that subject, I understand we should seek for help. But sometimes we need that shit. Like, man up, bro. Like, get it together. Like, sometimes your feelings are not like the world doesn't revolve around how you feel. Sometimes you don't have time to feel a certain way. Like, it's a balance of both of those things. Like, yes, you got to seek help when shit gets too deep, but at the same time, I don't want to burden my woman with everything I'm feeling.
I agree with you 100%. There's times that you just got to keep things to yourself. You just got to be, like you said, man up, because, the world is not going to stop for you. They're not going to cry for you. They're not going to come. So sometimes you just got to suck it up, live life. But what I'm trying to say is when it gets too much, then seek for help, because unfortunately, just to get a little bit more darker here, men's suicide is at an all-time high. So let's just kind of, help each other make sure that we stop that trend.
Agreed.
All right. So getting back to what I was moving forward with, it's should men tell their feelings all the time to their girls, or not even all the time, the majority of the time? And I'm going to give you my point of view first, and then you can tell me what you think, because obviously I think you're going to be a little bit different than I am.
Yeah.
I feel like for the most part, you should not share everything with your girl, because my experience, I've been married for 22 years. My experience is that when they want to bring it up, they kind of bring it up, Women use your vulnerabilities against you. I'm sorry. We're going to sound a little toxic here, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Maybe I just got a toxic girl. I don't know. That's your sister, but
that's your wife.
Yeah. But but you know what? Talking to other men, I'm not the only one that happens to. So I'm like, okay, so is it just happens to be my friends' girls that are like that, or is it women in general? And then I posted this meme a few days ago that talked that male celebrities were talking about how they do not share with their spouses because they will use it against them. So what do you think about that?
I need an example. Of how it's used against you.
So basically, if you share like some sort of vulnerability and then you guys get into an argument, she might use that vulnerability against you. She might throw it in your face, how, you're full of it because you're an XYZ, Can't get into too much. The wife is going to watch this show because she's going to be one of our two
one of our two viewers. One or two fans and followers. Yeah.
So because of that, we can't get into the 100% specific, but I feel like sometimes, when they're upset, they don't think about, some of the things they're saying, the repercussion of their actions, and they'll just go ahead and say whatever they have, and sometimes they'll use what you share with you against you.
Yeah. I got two views on that, right? My first view is some women genuinely know what they're doing at the moment they're doing it, right? For whatever reason, they're using it to emasculate you, to make you at that moment, in the moment of a heated argument, to bring you down below her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some women are vindictive like that. Some women do it. Other women, it's their toxic way of caring about you. And like using the things you've said, but they kind of relate to you in a negative way. Like, for example, like they could say, "Oh, this is why you do this," but they say with an angry tone or something, as opposed to, hey, breaking it down for you and telling you in a sweet way. So you may take it as, not you in general, but like men may take it as them at that moment, them using what they've said before being used against them. But I feel like in the long run, you as a man, you should take responsibility for what you say to your woman, because anything in life, I feel like anything that you say can and will be used against you. So you gotta
Agreed.
You gotta be careful who you're telling your stuff to.
Yep.
Even if it's your woman. And sometimes, like I said before, like I don't want to burden my lady with all that I'm feeling, because it's like, this is how I'm feeling. It's my job to navigate through these feelings. I know that most of these feelings are not permanent, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of what I'm feeling could get done and out of the way with working out or doing something productive.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that gutter that a lot of us men fall, because I'm guilty of it too. I get sad. I get really down and depressed, but at the same time I'm like, dude, no productivity is going to come out of this. At the end of the day, bills still have to be paid.
For
Food
sure.
has to still be put on the table.
Yeah.
Like there is no time. So, and then by telling myself that, I feel like I just feel charged up in life, because I'm like, damn, there's only action. There's no feeling away. There's only action. And through action, I can reach happiness. That's how I feel about it.
Wow. That's a great mantra. Great. Listen, I wish I had your willpower and sometimes your state of mind, because, you know, there is times where, you know, especially I feel like when you share a vulnerability and it gets used against you, kind of has you doubting certain things. But I guess if you go with that mindset that, you know, you are in charge of your actions and your actions, you know, dictate what you get, you know, that's a great way to do it, right?
Accountability, bro.
Accountability. Listen, just remember that accountability. That's a big word, man. All right, man. So tell me what you got, Jay. Let me know.
I don't know, bro. Yo, you know, I've been. Let's just make it lighter, bro.
All right.
We started heavy, bro.
Yo, this is the first episode.
Heavy, bro.
Wow.
Men's mental health. You know, I'm letting you do that because that's important. Because, bro, sometimes even I gotta learn to have like sympathy and shit, like for men, you know, for like other people. Because I realize, like, even like I've gotten so deep in thought that I realize even the way I think, I know I'm blessed at, because some people really destroy themselves in their head. And I'm like, and I can relate to it because I do it too, but I catch myself.
Yeah.
You know, there's that, like, you know, Joe Rogan has like a similar thing where he says, oh, there's a general. To me, I like to call it like the weakling, you know, like the weakling in my head. And then that's a part of myself that I can't deny is a part of me. And that's what a lot of people have trouble with, denying it, that person they don't want any part with, because it makes them feel like it's the ego, bro.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, you need to kill that shit. So I need to be more sympathetic, because like I don't look for help. I just deal with it how I deal with it. I just go about life. I work out. I try to just entertain myself. I try to just do stuff to stimulate myself. So
Whoa, pause.
Whoa.
Pause.
But bro, you know what I've been doing a lot, bro? I've been betting, bro. I've been betting so much. This is not an ad, bro, but dude, I suck. I make no money. I lose money, but it's like a fun habit to have, because at some point you can make money.
Yeah.
You know, if it's like I'm not spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds like a week.
Yeah.
I'm like $10, $20 a week.
Okay.
You know? Like, and I'm losing it all.
Yeah, man. You know,
I'm losing it all,
but
man.
you listen, you're just starting. I bet as well, of course. I'm not gonna, you know, we're not telling you, we're not doing an ad.
We're not condoning betting, and if you feel like you have a problem, you should probably seek help for that.
Yeah, bet responsibly.
Bet responsibly.
Do not bet more than. Do not try to win your losses.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it,
yeah,
right? This past week I had a little success.
I saw.
Yeah, just
I saw.
just a little success.
I saw you flaunted it. I thought you sent me it, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna give me a parlay." And I saw, "Oh, look, I won!" I'm like, bro,
yo,
he sent me a winning parlay, bro.
of course. So what am I gonna say? You're my losers? Like, I'm not gonna do that.
How about you send me the winning parlay before you win?
Yo, and I had another one the next day too.
That you won?
That I won, yeah, of course. I'm on a hot streak right now, but of course, like anything else, you go up and down, man, up and down. It's of course you don't want to seek, you don't want to, try to make up your losses. That's the big thing. As long as you're not trying to do that, you'll be good. But listen, betting. I think what I've learned when I started betting, I was always going for the home run. And what I mean is, I was, trying to turn $1 into, 1,500, which is what most
10-leg parlay, 100-leg parlay,
15-leg parlay, turn $1 into 1,500, and then of course, it would always lose. So what I started to do is, I started research. Believe it or not, I actually, before I place a bet, I look at what the player's been doing the last few games, what sort of kind of stats, and man, I get lucky, I get not. The last few days I've lost a bet by like literally one point or one rebound. Yeah. It's just like it's not even one leg. Like I don't care if maybe if I say, hey, this guy's gonna do 11 rebounds and he ends up with two. All right, whatever.
Yeah, the whole leg got blown out.
Yeah,
but he ends up with 10.
With 10.
Yeah, bro.
I want to throw up for real.
That should be liquid shit, bro. For real, man. Bro.
No, but yeah, man. Betting is fun.
It's fun.
It is a gateway, though. It's a gateway drug, people. It's a gateway drug because then you go to the casinos and then
I don't do that. I stay away. That's when it gets dangerous because they have drinks.
Ooh,
yeah. I mean, you have drinks at home.
That's true. I do that too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We're not gonna talk about your alcoholism today.
Yo, actually, I want to, dog. I kind of want to, dog.
Hold on. I got some shit too. You hold on. I got some fun shit. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, but while you look that up,
go ahead. Let's talk about your alcoholism. We're here already.
It's AA, baby. Let's do it.
We're here already.
I got this thing that has been happening to me for the last few years, and it's scaring me a little bit because I'm blacking out when I drink.
Oh my god!
But the weird part is that you're
a functional blackout.
Yeah, so no one knows that I'm blacked out because I talk, I party, I dance. Everybody, they know I'm drunk, obviously, but they don't know that I'm not going to remember what happened. And it actually happened to me this weekend where I was at a party at my family's house and I can't remember half the night, man.
In Jersey?
Yeah. Can't remember half the night, man. And like before, I can drink all night and remember every single detail of everything that happened. But lately, so I don't know. I just turned 40 August of last year.
It's old age, bro.
It's old age.
Old age is blacking you out, fam.
Man, but though the scary part is that, dude.
Are you eating?
That's the thing. Is I do eat, but sometimes I have to make a choice whether it's the drink or the
bro,
thing.
You gotta continue eating throughout the night, bro. That's why you're blacking out.
Probably.
You gotta eat something like bread, something that absorbs the alcohol, so you could go again, and then you don't eat after that.
I think what's happening really is I'm consuming too much too fast. Like I get
alcoholism.
Yeah. When I'm in a party, I think when I'm in a happy mood and everything is going on, it's just
you want to amplify.
And
keep going.
And it's just like you get comfortable. Oh, let me get another one. Let me get another one,
boy.
And then I think I'm drinking way too many too fast, where I'm not controlling myself. And I think it's the amount of consumption I do in an hour rather than the fact that I'm not eating, because I do eat, but if I already consume half the bottle, then pause. Not
you got to stretch it. You got to stretch it out. Pause.
Stretch it. Oh, pause.
You got to stretch it throughout the night, bro. You can't just be drinking too fast like that.
So I got to stop that, man.
Yeah, blacking out is not fun, dude.
No,
not fun at all.
Have you blacked out before?
I've blacked out, bro. You've seen me blacked out.
Oh yeah.
When we went to Ecuador.
Oh. This guy was sleeping on a.
I was sleeping on a bench, bro,
And
like
not
a
even
bum.
not even like a
even
regular
like a
wooden bench. This guy was on a,
on a
cement,
cement
bench. Out like a light. You don't
in
even know
Ecuador,
what day it
in
was.
the middle of the hood in Ecuador, bro. In the middle of like.
It was nothing, man. It was
like,
it was no.
It was
well,
like,
we
it was
had
tumbleweed.
we had a party, and this guy was. Everybody was still awake, partying, drinking.
Bro, you know,
this guy was out.
You know when I was starting to fade, bro, when
Yeah.
they brought in the dancer.
Dancers. Oh,
Yeah, bro. That's when I was trying to dance and I could not control my body at all, bro. I was like, oh my God, bro. Everything I want to do, my body is not doing, fam.
Yeah.
So I just started jumping around, and that's the last thing I remember. I just kept drinking more and more. I just remember that's the thing. You keep drinking more and more shots thinking you're good, but then once those shots hit you, that's when you're gone.
That's it.
That's when you're gone.
That's it. Yeah, man. So I gotta find a way. I think I'm gonna have someone count my shots or something. You know, I'm gonna have a shot counter. Like you're in charge of counting how many shots, yo.
Or just like, you know what it is? I have these talks with myself. Like, I you know, like the feeling you get when you start getting really, really drunk.
Yeah.
I try not to get there. Like once I'm getting there, I'm like, all right, let me slow down. That's when you got to do like a roller coaster. Like, let me get here. Once I'm peaking, all right, let me bring it back down. All
right, so I'm gonna put that into play today. Today we're doing a little event in my house, and
I might be drinking.
he might be drinking.
I might be watching UFC too.
Oh yeah.
Can you put that on?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
See, that's going back.
Yo.
Now UFC. Talking about UFC, I have a beef with UFC. Let me tell you something.
All right, let's get into sports because I
Yeah.
want to talk about the Knicks too.
Oh,
right, let's go.
congratulations to the Knicks. Woo!
Where's the? Oh. Wait, it's not funny. It's not funny. Congratulations to the fucking Knicks, bro. I'm not a Knicks fan. But because we're Jersey, and then Brooklyn took the Jersey Nets. I'm Knicks now.
Yeah.
Right. But my bad. Knicks is my second team because my first team. I don't want to talk about it. My first team is the Heat, bro. They had a horrible season, bro.
Listen, you know what the worst part about the Knicks is right now? I mean, the Heat is right now is that had they not made the playoffs, they were going to get the number 1 seed. And
they should have just not made the playoffs, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They were just tanked.
horrible. They were horrible in the playoffs. They
don't
was
have
the worst
anybody.
Thing. Yeah, then that's why they should have not made it. They should have purposely tanked their games, their season, because right now they hurt themselves. Period. Because right now they need to bring in free agents. They need to spend a lot of money, and I don't think they have the money to spend. So going on that, right? Congratulations to the Knicks. They're going to the Eastern Conference Final.
For the first time in 25 years, baby.
This guy was still in diapers. I don't know.
No, bro. I was
maybe?
5, bro.
Oh, okay. No,
I was 5.
no diapers. No diapers.
I was 5.
He was 5. He didn't even know what the hell was going
I was
on
5.
at that time.
Yo, last time the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Final, bro, I was 4 feet. I was 3 feet.
3 feet, man.
It's crazy.
Playing with like toys and stuff.
Toys and shit, bro.
Oh, damn.
Making like
Being a menace.
a little devil, bro.
Yeah.
A little Taz being
Yeah.
a devil, just being asshole.
I think that's the right word.
But no, congratulations to the Knicks. They blew out the Celtics. They owed them. They owed them
did.
because the Celtics blew them out twice.
They did.
Pause on all
Whoa.
the blow outs. But this is the terminology used.
Hey,
Bro,
but-
what was it? They ended at a 30-point difference?
they did. And but you know, I think it would have been better for them to win last game because they're gonna need their rest for Monday, because they're playing the Indiana Pacers, and the Pacers look good. They were really good in their last playoff series.
They look good. I'm not gonna lie.
Halliburton is fire
He's
right
on
now.
fire. He's on fire.
I think they're gonna have to, like, I don't know, break his kneecap or something. Oh, whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
and not even in the basketball game on some like gangster shit outside.
Just outside walking into the arena.
Yeah.
For real. I think that's the only way the
On
Knicks are
some
going to win.
United Healthcare shit, bro. Wait, what?
No, Tanya Harding, Tanya Harding. Oh, you're too young for that. You're too young for that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking
remember
about.
that?
The United Healthcare.
Yeah,
Just
in
sneak
the
up
back.
No.
Pause.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked
We're not condoning that. We're not.
No, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's a joke. It's a joke.
There you go. There you go.
did
Let's
it right.
laugh it up.
It's a joke. Thank you.
All right. Let's.
All right. Well, no, I want to get back. What's your beef with the UFC? Since we're on sports right now?
So I am a boxing purist, right? I love boxing. I feel like when you get two candidates that are very evenly matched, you get a good fight, right? My big beef with UFC is that. Whoa, I got a big beef? I don't know. Look at right here. Anyways, is that I don't think it's fair that you match different fighting styles with each other, because sometimes it can make for a really, really boring fight.
Yeah.
When you have a grappler, when you have somebody who likes to be on the ground, and then you have a puncher,
A striker, yeah.
It's not a great fight. I feel like there should be different divisions and different things for grapplers, for strikers, and I like, because sometimes these fights, they're just and usually, unless the grappler is really good and gets them to the ground, usually the striker wins.
When the grappler, if he can't get him to the ground.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no. Because sometimes what happens, yes and no, because sometimes what happens is the grappler is, if he can't take them down, he's attacking and pushing him up against the gate so much that wins the fight sometimes. And that's all that wins a fight, because you're attacking. When the striker can't do anything, when you take all his tools away, he needs to be in defense mode, and that's what's happening with a lot of the fights. But if you want to have a real beef, fuck all the UFC, bro. My real beef is with boxing.
What?
And my real beef is with boxing.
Okay,
bro.
all right. Let me know. Tell me what you think.
Haney fight.
Oh,
Trash.
Trash.
Two cheeks, two fucking cheeks in the fucking saran wrap in the market. Trash, bro. I see these cheeks, I want to throw them in the trash, bro. What is it doing with the fucking ground beef, bro? What is it doing here? Trash.
Ryan Garcia fight.
Trash. Fucking actually, that was a little better, because at least Ryan Garcia got hit with one good punch. But the rest of the fight was absolute basura.
But
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Teofimo Lopez fight though.
That was good. But Teofimo always puts on. But the thing is, he's not a big draw.
That's true.
He's not as big of a draw as Haney or Ryan Garcia or Tank or Canelo.
Correct.
Canelo fight. Mexican trash. Cuban trash. And no offense to my Mexican or Cuban people.
But let me tell you something. In that card, Munguia fought.
Oh, I didn't get to see Munguia.
Munguia was amazing.
I think I heard it more than I saw it. Yeah.
Munguia was a great fight. So, here's what I got to say about boxing. Promoters, stop promoting these old, and they're not old, but they're old in the sense that they're boring. You got these great
young
fighters that fight. Munguia, Teofimo Lopez, Tank. Tank.
Nah, he fights.
He fights.
He fights. Can't take anything. And he's going to fight Roach again.
Does he? When? September?
Lamont Roach. I don't know. Excuse me.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know when he's gonna fight him, but they got the rematch clause. That's how I know.
And I know you mentioned Canelo and you mentioned Haney. They're fighting. No, he's fighting Crawford.
Bud. He's fighting Bud.
Yeah, he's fighting Crawford.
And that's in September.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I feel like Crawford should take I feel like Crawford should have taken a warm-up fight at that weight. so he could like a feel for how he feels. I mean, one thing is doing it in sparring, having different sparring partners that you fight with. Another thing is being under the lights.
Yeah.
Another thing is fighting with that weight under the lights, with the weight cut, with all this, with all that. Like seeing how you feel at that very moment under the lights, at that time, at that given time. So I don't know, Bud going straight into Canelo. And then, one thing about Canelo is I thought that motherfucker was 37, 38 years old. He's only 34.
Yeah, but he's been fighting since he was 19.
Since he was 17, yeah.
Well, yeah, he went pro 17 or 19.
I don't know. He went pro really young.
Really young. And even when he went pro, he already had like 100 and something fights, something ridiculous. So he was fighting a lot. And I like that you bring Canelo because, okay, I'm going to put this out there and don't hate me. I think Canelo's done. I think right now he's fighting.
He doesn't have that same pop.
No, and he doesn't have the drive. I think at this point it's just
A money grab?
money, and I think he's just finishing out the contract that he has with the zone.
Yeah.
So I feel like he doesn't want to do this anymore. I mean, he has so much money. He doesn't need to do this.
Pause on 1 second.
Okay.
He doesn't need to do this. You're right. But I think the real problem is Turkey a la something. The promoter, the guy who's from Saudi Arabia who's throwing all the money around. I like what is being done in boxing. I do. I really love it, bro, because you're creating these fights, but you're throwing so much money around to fighters who are just gonna. You're throwing so much money to fighters who are not gonna end up fighting with all their heart because. I don't know. Once you start throwing the money around like that too easy, these fighters are going to take advantage of it. And I feel like that's what we're getting. That like we're seeing glimpses of that with Haney and Ryan Garcia. He threw that event. These were supposed to be really good fights, a really good event. Devin Haney, I think he's punch shy.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia, I think at this point how it's looking is like he maybe did those drug enhancement things because he's looking a lot flatter than when he doesn't have same thing with Canelo. He doesn't have that same pop that he did when he fought Haney.
Well, I think with Ryan, his big issue is he gets gun shy once he gets hit. He's afraid to get hit again. And my problem is, listen, if you're going to end up losing the fight anyways, go ahead and go out.
Lose yourself, bro.
Yeah, go for crazy. Go for broke, I guess.
What I was going to say with Turkey, bro, if you want to throw out that money, what I would do is create a fighting bonus, fight of the night bonus, knockout bonus. Throw your money into those because then you create an incentive for these boxers to work for that money.
Correct.
Because if you just throw them in the ring, who's to say that they don't do what who did Canelo fight? Like, or they don't do what Haney did.
Well, let me tell you something. I can't remember the guy who Canelo just fought, but he looked good.
He looked good.
He was just.
He looked good. He didn't look like Haney.
Correct.
Haney looked flat.
Yes.
Even I don't know what's up with his footwork, but I don't know. I've never been convinced with Haney's footwork. I think people have this. I don't know if it's this psyop or this like brainwashed idea that Haney is similar to Mayweather because it's not. If you look at Mayweather was about inches and moving away at the right time and really reading you. And all that came from the footwork. Mayweather's footwork was impeccable, different. That's
he ran the whole time.
All right, relax. He didn't run the whole time. What Haney did was run the whole time in that fight. What happened? You got to fight.
Let me say this. Haney's trainer's his father. Do you think maybe it's time to get rid of his father?
I think unfortunately, if Haney wants to grow and wants to continue to further his career, I think he should get rid of his father, and maybe not completely, just on like a side role, maybe like an agent or like a side role, like something taking over a business, something or creating more Devin Haney's in a gym, But if Danny wants to if Devin Haney wants to continue his career, he's got to move on.
Yeah.
Like the same thing that Ryan Garcia is doing. Like he used to go with his dad, then he started branching off into other trainers, and now his dad is on the sidelines, no
Correct.
longer in his like actual corner. He's on the sidelines just working because you want to further yourself, bro. And hold on, bro. We got any more on sports?
No. I think that was good.
Yeah, that was
We
good.
kind of.
Hold on.
That was kind of awkward. Stop there, real quick.
No, because I just thought about something I don't want to forget about.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just like to sidetrack, just to talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, like I had this weird damn. I wanted to make it a movie, but fuck it. I'll put the idea out in the universe.
Hey, maybe you get credit for it.
It's all right. It's kind of like the Matrix, right? What if I had this thing like, what if Y2K happened, but it happened so fast that the aliens took over? Well, not the aliens. The technology took over. AI became sentient in the early 2000s, and then while we were sleeping, they created this hologram of what our world was, and then we never even realized it. We just woke up in this reality, but that's why it's been feeling a little weird and a little wonky. And we never actually woke up. We never realized that we got took over already. And the real world, like actual reality, is not like this. And then they create trauma in this reality, because I was like, damn, everything was getting so colorful, so futuristic. What happened? And then so they're creating trauma in this reality to feed off of our negative energy. And that's what creates their energy fuel source.
Well, let me ask you this: who's your weed source? Like, who are you buying from? Because this shit is good.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit has hallucinants or something. What the fuck?
Wait, what'd you say?
Hallucinants. I don't know.
Hallucinogens.
Hallucinogens.
Hallucinations.
Yeah. Anyways, damn, that's some good ass fucking weed, yo.
But, imagine if that was like true.
Damn, I don't.
What if you telling me like that's some good ass weed is like the simulation's way of like
shit
stopping us from getting to the truth?
Fucking red pill, blue pill. What's going on?
Do I stay in this shit or do I get out?
Shit, I don't know. I might
so
stay.
Funny. I think it's not even like a thought. I think this might be the exact plot from the Matrix.
Damn.
I think this might be the exact plot. I'm not even gonna.
This guy's hijacking the whole plot and thinking he came up with something new.
For real, that happens a lot. A
lot.
I try to create a lot in my head.
Listen, I honestly feel that we've been talking for 42 minutes.
No. We could keep going.
Dude, we gotta save some for the next one, dog.
No,
like, you
bro.
wanna go empty the tank? You wanna empty the tank right
life
here?
happens all the time, bro. It's only 42 minutes.
Yeah.
And plus, you know what I realized? Like people love long form content.
Okay.
So if they see that hour mark, I think it'll be a lot more impactful than 42 minutes.
All right. Well, we'll follow your lead. Let me know. What else you want to talk about? Let me know.
I got some. Let me see. I got some rapid fire topics.
Let's go.
Have you heard about the pyramids?
No.
So all right. So there's this thing, right? Supposedly, there's this theory that somebody did some sort of sonar scan below the pyramids, and what they found was these like pillars, right, in a body like of water and shit. I don't know. So supposedly, like, the pyramids used to be like some sort of engine source. That's what they're saying. I don't know if it's real. You haven't heard about this or seen it?
Nah, I guess my Instagram algorithm is not there yet.
Bro, for real?
I'm telling you, it's
well, that's not. I didn't see it on Instagram. I saw it I think I saw it on Twitter, X.
I mean, my algorithm is not there yet. I think it's not. It's on.
It was
watching,
like some big news or something. I don't know. Maybe it was.
I
got more.
My algorithm shows me big woody hoes and casino slots. That's it.
Oh, all right. So I went to go see Theo Von, right? I know you're not like big into Theo Von.
Okay.
But I went to go see Theo Von last week.
Yeah.
Right.
He has his funny moments.
And you know what? On a side note, before I get to Theo Vaughn, I like to like acknowledge that I've been doing a lot of like I didn't realize like I've been doing a lot of shit. Like I've been going to events and shit. Like I've watched Messi twice in the last year
Okay.
at Inter Miami. You know, like soccer, that shit, that energy never dies, especially like in the crowds and shit. But bro, I've seen Messi score a hat trick.
Wow.
Do you not know how crazy this is? You're not a big soccer fan, and I
Not at
don't
all.
even think you understand the grasp of it. It's like, how do I put this? Let's say, all right, I got it. Let's say Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. Fuck Tom Brady, but go ahead.
No, Tom Brady went to the Denver Broncos, right?
Okay.
Right,
Got it.
and it was towards the like last 5 years of his career.
So basically, what you're saying, what Peyton Manning did. Peyton Manning went from the Colts
Yeah,
to
but it's
the
Tom Brady,
Broncos.
though.
But come on.
I know Peyton Manning is
Peyton
that guy.
Manning
He's
was
that
good,
guy. He's
but
that guy.
come on.
But Tom Brady.
Okay.
So Tom Brady went to the Broncos, right? But you lived in Denver,
Got it.
okay?
Feeling
And then
it.
so all the home games you could go watch Tom Brady kick some ass. And then you see him like throw some crazy passes. You're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe like he's right here."
No, I get it. Listen, Messi is on the downward spiral of his career.
Yeah.
He's
He's at the
probably,
latter end of his career.
He probably has another maybe
One more
year,
World Cup.
One.
One more World Cup for sure.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't thinking about it, but
Oh, I mean, come on, this is next year.
he said it's next year, so he's like, now more than ever I want to go because he feels physically capable. But
Yo, now that you mentioned FIFA, real quick, because you're talking
Go
about
ahead.
soccer. As you guys might know, the World Cup is in the U.S. and we are in the Miami area, and they're gonna have some games, including some semifinal games here. Right? I work in a building. I'm not gonna say where, but FIFA took over, and they have 4 floors where they it's all FIFA there. And I gotta say,
damn.
fuck FIFA. They make my ride up and down the elevator fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Those motherfuckers. Listen, it used to be, you get in the elevator in the morning, it was like a quick shot. I'm in the 15th
Yeah.
floor, it just all the way up, good. These now I have to stop in 4 floors, and then they like to pack in the elevator.
Oh,
We're like 30 people
God.
deep sometimes in the elevator because they don't want to wait for another one. So, I'm not happy with FIFA right now. Not very happy with FIFA. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me, let's continue. You said, we were talking about sports. You said you liked Theo Bond and
live
going to events.
performances
Yeah.
and all this shit. Yeah, man. Like it's been good, like going out and just being parts of crowds and shit. So I went to go see Theo Vaughn, right? And he had like 2 openers. The first one was funny because like he was self-aware and he acknowledged like that we didn't know him. So he's like, "Oh, you guys came to see Theo Vaughn, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy?" So that's funny. The second guy was cool too, and then Theo Vaughn came out, and something, I don't know if it was the Miami, the Kaseya Center. I don't know if it was that arena,
Yeah.
but you couldn't really. There was no pop in that room. Like the audience wasn't really like you couldn't
Clicking
really,
with him.
yeah. And I don't know if it was the translation or people were afraid to laugh, but me and Christina were laughing like crazy. Like we drank cranberry vodkas, we were on edibles.
Whoa.
Like
Damn. Of course you laughed.
yeah, we smoked everything. We don't condone this, but this is just what I do on
That's what he does.
on my shit. But there was I was talking to Kevin, and he was saying, yeah, like I went to this concert and the crowd was so dead. Bro, you think COVID killed crowds? You think they made them so antisocial and like so into their heads that like they can't be present anymore?
I don't think so. I think it depends on the
audience.
Depends on the audience. I personally love going to live performances. I think you get a different vibe. And I'm trying to think here, when was my last show? I know last year I went to see Arcángel. The crowd was crazy. Everything was popping. Went to see Alicia Keys. Everybody was into it. So I went to see Usher. oh my God, everybody knew all the songs.
Though. That's Usher.
I get it, but it's everybody was into it. All the songs, you know. Of course, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this because I'm glad you bring this shit up, right? I was fortunate enough to be in a suite, you know, and I was sitting in the third row of the suite, and I had these two bitches that were sitting in the first row that stood up the whole fucking concert to the point where I couldn't see the show. And I felt like, you know, slapping them with my fucking phone. Like, why do people feel like just because everybody has the right to see the same show, right? Like, you should be able to, you can sit and still enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And you can record and you can do everything, especially the fact that we're in a suite. The angle is so that we're getting the best view anyways.
Yeah.
So why are you standing? Why are you being an asshole? So,
when in the seats, in the suite seats?
Yeah. And I'm like,
that's some dickish behavior.
You're an asshole. Like, you need to sit down.
There were girls.
Girls, yeah.
That was clitish behavior.
Yeah, very, very clitory.
Very clitory. That was very clitory.
Very clitory.
That's the name of this episode. Clitory.
Clitory. I like it. You heard it here first. Clitory.
Clitory. That's funny as fuck.
That should be. I like that.
That's funny.
But yeah, man. So I love going to live performances. I personally feel like you get a different vibe, and I haven't experienced that. I mean, you know, but then again, I feel like comedy shows are they're a little different. They're a little different because especially what I've noticed is, other than the people sitting in the front row and the floor and all that stuff, a lot of those people probably got the tickets given to them. A lot of people either won them on the radio or stuff like that. True. So they may not necessarily have been complete fans of Theo Von. So they probably didn't get his comedy. But on that note, I know of other comedians that have come to Miami and bombed. So there's something about Miami that does not click with comedy.
With comedy, right?
Yeah. So
I think it's
fuck
pretentious.
Miami.
I think it's pretentiousness.
Yeah.
Might be pretentiousness. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and
now that I think about it.
And I think it's just, again, they're going to a show. They were probably given the tickets. They don't know who the comedian is. They don't understand the comedian's act.
And this was downtown Miami too, Casella Center. You know how you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but you know.
We know. If you don't know, well, you know.
Yeah, I got a funny story, bro.
All right,
go ahead.
A
funny story, dude. All right, you know how like when you're in a room and then another like Hispanic identifies you.
Oh man.
And then they identify you and you're the only other Hispanic there, and they come to, bro. Yesterday I was doing Uber Eats, right?
Okay.
And yeah, I do Uber Eats, motherfuckers. I'm broke. That's why we're doing this fucking podcast,
That's
bro.
It. Money.
So I was doing some Uber Eats, right? And I'm on my last pickup. I'm at Checkers. I'm in the Miramar Checkers, right?
Okay.
Well, I'm just putting out my location. Right?
Yeah, just want to give your address too?
Yeah, for real.
Let's go.
So I'm at Checkers, and there's these two gentlemen, or two black gentlemen.
Okay.
One of them, I thought they were together because they were like literally right next to each other, and like I thought they were talking to each other. One of them was a taller gentleman. He had a collared shirt. You know, he had like pressed pants. Like he was older. Like he was just on the side
of course,
waiting.
That's old people dress.
Old people dress. And the other one, right? The other guy, he had a hoodie. And he was talking to himself. He's like, "Yo, these guys got me fucked up, bro." He's just talking to himself, right? And I'm like, what the? I'm just waiting, and like I'm waiting in line behind both of them. I'm just like, I'm being patient. I'm not even trying to go like ahead of the guy. I'm not even trying to say, "Yo, I got a pickup order." I'm like, let him handle his shit.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like, "Yeah, these guys got me really fucked up." He's like, "Yo, oh man." He starts like walking around. He's like, "Oh man, I wish they keep playing with me, bro." And he's like hyping himself up or whatever, bro. And he keeps like walking back and forth. He's like, he's getting real impatient, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to figure out what to do. There was a moment where he steps away from the window, and I let them know, hey, I'm here to pick up an order. They're like, no, it's not ready yet. I'm like, fuck. So I gotta sit here with this like with
This psychopath.
with this psychopath just walking around like waiting to like, and I'm like, let me not turn my back to him. Like, let me like, let
You squared up. You squared up.
Yeah, I put my back up against like the gate, and I was just like ready, bro, for whatever, bro. I don't even like putting myself in these scenarios. I don't even like being tough or anything like that. I'm just like ready, cause like I don't want to be a part of it, bro. And I thought the other gentleman was with him. And then the poor guy, bro, I jump in front of him. I didn't even know he was waiting in line. He's like, can somebody take my order, please?
Oh.
I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this guy was just waiting there. So he was waiting for the irate guy too. So, and when I got there, he had already been waiting. So I'm trying to figure out how long this guy's been irate. Right? I'm like, Jesus. And I feel bad because I cut in front of the dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting there, bro. The food is still not ready yet, bro. The food is still not ready. Something about checkers and like late at night too.
Yep.
So I'm just standing there on the side. Then another gentleman pulls up.
Uh-oh.
A Hispanic gentleman.
God.
With his phone in his hand. Looking down. He went to the pickup area. I was like, I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's doing exactly what
I did.
what I'm doing. So I'm like, I look at him and you don't pick up the Uber Eats order from the pickup area. You got to go to the order area. So I'm like, I look at him, and then it's funny because we locked eyes, and we both had our phone in our hands. It was like the Spider-Man meme. It was like, and he was like, he just looked at me. He just gave me the head nod. Like he just like identified me. He smiled too. I think he smiled too because he knew that I was Hispanic. And then he gets closer to me. He's like, ¿Cuánto has estado esperando, hermano?
Damn.
And then he starts making conversation with me because the irate guy is becoming so irate that it made him uncomfortable. So he came towards me. I was like, please don't fucking come towards me.
Hey, at least, you know that if some shit would have popped off, probably, you know.
Yeah, but it's so funny how like Latino people in a space like that's not full of Latino, because the people inside were it was an old white guy and like some older ladies, and bro, so it's like we were the only Latinos there. It was so funny, bro. He just identified me. It's like that little smirk he gave me was like, I got you.
Yo, I let me tell you something, because I actually have had the opposite experience, which pisses me off. I got Hispanic people that talk in English and you can't understand what the fuck they're saying. And then you try to speak to them in Spanish and then they answer you back in English. Like, bitch, I'm giving you an out. Like,
you don't have to keep doing this. You don't have to practice with me.
I don't have to keep suffering. Let's get it together. But it's I used to work in retail.
There's no language barrier. We speak the same language.
We speak the same thing, and it's like, yo,
I speak Spanish.
Dude. And I would sometimes I will feel bad, because I'm
That's funny.
I'm trying to let them know that I know Spanish.
Yeah.
Because funny story, I actually one time I was helping a client and they were struggling speaking English, and I said to them, "Oh, I speak Spanish." Oh, they got so offended. They got mad. They're like, "What? I'm speaking English, aren't I?" And I'm like, "Oh shit."
I mean, if you want to call it that.
I mean, come on, Rosetta Stone, let's go.
If you want to call it that.
But dude, to me, yo, if you're speaking English and you're trying, power to you. I appreciate the work, but if the other person tries to talk to you in your native tongue, there's probably a reason. Why they're choosing to do that, right?
Hey, that's fine. Go ahead, try to speak your best English possible. Just don't try with me.
Try with some other motherfucker.
Try with your family members. Try at home, bro. Like,
Especially when you're like, you don't know the word and you're there
yeah.
sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to figure out the word. Dude, just say it in Spanish. Let me get about my business. I don't want to be helping you anyways. I want to get done with you so I can be doing nothing in my desk. So anyways, that's just my little PSA out there. Thank you for trying, but yeah, try with somebody else. You know?
Don't try with me, man. Like, especially, for me, they do it because they think, oh, English is my comfortable language and shit. No. My comfortable language is what I could fucking understand, bro.
Yeah.
Speak to me in Spanish, bro. I understand it perfectly fine. You don't got to speak to me in English. Sometimes these motherfuckers be talking too fast, and I'd be like, what?
What?
What the fuck did you say, bro?
Are you Dominican? Like what?
You Cuban?
What?
Are you from the islands?
Yeah,
Any island, bro.
Damn. Yo, but believe it or not, dog, we've been out here for an hour, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. What, you want to end it, bro?
Oh, yeah,
I could
dog.
keep talking, bro.
Yo, but here's what. You
Hold on,
always leave the crowd wanting more.
That's true.
So I feel like, yo, we talk for an hour. This is just how the show's gonna be, man. But here's what I want to put out there.
Put it out there. Pause.
Oh. If you guys have a topic, if you guys feel like there's something that you guys want us to talk about, maybe some feedback, something, yo, let us know. Hit us up, Bridgin the Gap and Instagram, We're about to, launch this on YouTube. I don't know because I think they stole our name.
They did steal our name.
They stole our name on YouTube, so we're gonna come up with a variation. Maybe we'll be like Bridgin the Gap Show or something like that. Maybe
Well,
but
we could just call it The Gap.
whoa, the Gap. Okay, we might get sued by the Gap.
Oh, shit. I forgot that was already established.
We might get sued
By the actual Gap.
by the actual Gap.
But it's different, right? It's different IPs. No?
No.
Oh, because it's a brand. A brand is
yeah,
a brand.
they own the trademark. So yeah, I'm not trying to get sued. I don't have anything to get sued, by the way. So if you're trying to sue me,
Bro, I just told you I do Uber Eats. What are you gonna fucking sue me for?
Your car,
My car.
the Uber Eats.
They're gonna sue me for my account. Oh,
Everything you earn goes straight to my bank, bitch. Keep Ubering.
all I have is Air Max's, a car, and a nice TV.
There you go. Yeah, I don't have none of that. I'm broke.
All right, if we could flip the camera around,
We don't. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. We shouldn't do stuff like that. They shouldn't peek behind the curtain.
True.
Yo, but this was fun as fuck. Yo, why the fuck we took so long to do this?
That's a good question. I think life, man. Life. I hope we recorded. You know what it was? Last time we recorded, it didn't record, and I got so hot that I was like, dog, I put all this energy. Because it was a really good one. It was one of these. It was one of these. Because we do this a lot, bro. Yeah. That's why we started when we shit. And then we looked, and it was like, bro, or it was something. The audio didn't.
No,
record.
I think it was that we were using a different mic, and the feedback was really bad.
The feedback, it was that shit, and it was like, yo, I think I could hear you.
Yeah, the feedback was really bad. So, what we're gonna do, obviously, we got nice mics.
Bridging?
We're going to bridge that gap. Yo, we want to talk about a little bit about everything. So, again, if you have an idea of something you want to talk about, maybe you're a female out there and you want a male's perspective on an issue that you're having, hit me up, bro. If you are a man and you're having issues with a woman, we're two guys that are in a relationship.
True.
He's more, sooner than I mean, the sooner than has a newer, excuse me. I've been with my wife for 22 years, so I think I have a little bit of experience of how it is to be in a relationship.
Exactly.
Maybe not. If you ask her, I don't.
Yes.
I haven't learned anything in 22 years.
And men, if you want to, if you feel like you want to try to circumvent your way around your girl asking you about important things at the wrong time, ask us for help.
Yeah,
we'll try to figure. We still haven't figured that out because no matter how much we express that, right before work, that's when they want to talk about all the important stuff. I'm late. Before bed. I'm tired.
Yo. Don't you see? I'm in bed for a reason. Like, I'm not in bed because I like the massage. Like, what the fuck? I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed. I'm in bed because I'm tired.
Yo, we about to get in trouble.
Oh, we're about to get, but that's why we say we put it at the end of the show. You know, girls don't have.
Yeah, they don't got the
high-
attention
yeah,
span.
yeah, you know?
They'll be done. They'll be done the first 15 minutes.
You know, girls.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get in
for
trouble.
sure gonna hit.
Oh,
we're gonna
shit.
hear it.
All right, guys, listen. I
All right,
appreciate
I'm
you guys for
Bridgin,
tuning
he's
in.
the Gap.
He's Jay, and I'm Leo. Yo, for real, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna be
If
doing
you
this.
did.
Yeah, right. Well,
Might be at 0 viewers.
might
right
be
now.
0
It's
viewers.
like 10 years later. It's still zero. It's one.
Yo, that's depressing.
And it was us.
It was us. It's 2 viewers. It was him and I.
No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna clip it up. You sent me that that software on
Yeah.
on IG, right? That
Yeah.
little
I
program.
did, of course. So we're
And
about to make
download.
a, and it's free. So,
I'm about to download CapCut. I'm about to go hard on social media.
Oh,
Pause.
he's about to go hard.
I'm about to take a Blue Chew Viagra.
Ha! You want some? I got some.
Pause. I don't need that yet.
Yeah, okay.
Keep one in the tuck for me.
Hey,
in the safe.
listen, you never. Sometimes you just need an extra.
See, this is the
an extra
problem.
oomph.
This is the problem about podcasting with your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Is that like when you start talking about sex,
Yeah.
it's like weird because I don't want to hear it.
Yo, actually, you know what? I'm glad. Fuck it. We're gonna go a little over, but I'm glad you brought that up, right? All right.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear this, but listen. I've been, like I mentioned earlier, I've been with my wife for 22 years, right? And after 22 years, the bedroom was getting a little boring, You know what I'm saying? Don't take it off. Don't take it off. So recently, we introduced toys.
Yuck! All right. That's the end of this podcast.
Listen.
Nah, that's the end of this podcast, bro. I'm done.
Listen,
bro. I'm done.
Let me finish, yo. Let me finish.
I'm done, bro.
Let me finish.
At least replace, like, all right, just you introduce toys with somebody you met when you were 16.
No, I got you. But listen, so recently we have had the best time ever. Listen, she's in the bedroom.
Stop. No.
She's in the
Stop. All
bedroom.
right.
Wait.
Your
Well,
daughter.
Hold up. She's in the bedroom playing with her Wii. I'm in the bedroom playing with my PlayStation. We're no longer bored in the bedroom.
Oh, that was a good joke.
And you fucking ruined it by fucking cutting me in the middle, bitch.
That was a good joke.
I had a good setup and everything.
That was a good setup. Yeah, I should have just stayed
They
quiet.
should have just let me talk, yo.
I should have just let you cook.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go into some other shit. You see? I gotta have more trust for you.
Of course, yo.
This was,
Come on.
you know what this was? This was a trust fall,
And you failed.
and I failed. I let you fall.
Yeah?
You threw yourself, and I was like, oh,
You're like, this motherfucker big. Not catching the motherfucker.
ooh, my back hurt right
My
now.
arms. I went to the gym today. I worked on arms.
Yeah, bro, I broke my shit. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, man. So this is the first episode. So
Yeah.
shit like this is gonna happen. I know. Probably as we get doing this a little bit more, you're gonna trust my setup a little bit more, and we're gonna go from there.
No, this setup is good.
Yeah.
And it's only gonna get better because we did it. So, little like back behind the scenes shit. The setup was done, like we literally started recording once we finished setting it up. We were trying to figure out how to set all this shit up, how to get the angle right, how to get the audio to work, how to get the camera to work. We didn't even have a camera.
Yeah. But we did it, dog. I mean,
We
look
did
at this. We did it. I'm looking at myself, a sexy ass motherfucker.
We need more lights.
We do. And I need some powder on this fucking head right here. It's kind of shiny. But
Yo, we really are bridging the gap because like you don't have hair, I have hair.
I'm big. He's not.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause. Wow, that was crazy.
Wow. Nah, man. Listen, but damn, we've been on this for an hour and 8 minutes already, yo. That's crazy. This seemed like we just started talking like 5 minutes ago.
You're a Democrat. I'm a Republican.
For sure. Yeah, we're not. That's the one thing we're not going to talk about here. We're not going to talk about politics. I don't think politics are.
No. We're gonna talk about all the politics.
We're gonna not
Gaza,
talk about,
Palestine, Jew,
whoa.
BLM.
This guy's trying to get canceled before we even started, dog. See, now we went from
Russia, Ukraine.
We went from 2 viewers to 1.
To 1.
Damn. All right, guys, listen. We're gonna end this because
Yeah, for sure.
we gotta next week. We have a lot more topics. We have a lot more to say.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts there, Jerry?
No, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for hosting this. Like, I feel like this is not an interview. Like, we're doing this together. But thank you for, like, you know, having a home base for us, bro, and like for setting this up and for just doing this shit, bro. And let's just get rolling.
Yo,
And
let me tell you something. We're gonna have guests. We're gonna have guests coming up. And I'm working on some people, and so you're gonna get a lot of different perspectives from a lot of different angles. We're gonna try to get some females in here. We're gonna try to get some men. You know, and I think we're gonna have a lot of different perspectives. So I think there's a lot of things coming. We're gonna keep it fun. We're gonna keep it light, but there's also times where we're gonna, you know, talk about some serious things and kind of share our thoughts on that, and then we're gonna go from there.
yeah, for sure. We've started with some serious shit.
For real, that was depressing. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, for real. Nah.
All right, guys. Well, I am
sure.
Leo. Follow me at official DJ Leo. This is Jay.
I'm
Follow
Jay.
him.
Get rich, never die.
Get rich, never die.
That's what we're trying to do.
All right,
Even though
people.
dying is inevitable.
This is Bridgin the Gap. Thank you
For now.
For now. Thank you for joining us.
Unless they already registered the LLC.
Yeah. The trademark
The
is
trademark
there.
is, yeah.
We're going to call it something else.
Yeah. But for now, we're bridging the gap.
We're there. But all right, guys. Check you out later. Peace.
Peace.